opinions of our advertisers and management of Pacific Telestations Incorporated. You're watching Buzz with Jess Lujan.
Good evening, Guam. I'm Jess Lujan. Welcome to this edition of The Buzz. It is Thanksgiving Eve, of course, and we want to thank, of course, my guest, Senator Aline Yamashita. Congratulations on your re-election.
Thank you, Senator.
Hey, real good. Thank you very much. And past couple of weeks, you've been on radio with me and regarding issues. And this morning, you were talking about the certification situation that made the news as well last night or tonight, this evening's news. But tonight, we're going to focus on Bill 511-31, which is basically, I guess, revisiting the statute that's already in existence, but based on the last time it was revisited back in 1991, 89 to 1991. This has to do basically updating adult protective services. Right. Now, what aspect of that? I mean, I was reading through the bill. It's a 19-page bill, basically, and again, this has to do with persons with disabilities and the Manamcos, basically, and in some of their treatment, the wording, and some of the abuses, I guess, that the conventional abuse that we know of in years past have kind of stayed the same, but kind of shifted because maybe of technology?
Well, the abuse rates have actually gone up. I don't know if it was because of technology, but we do know that Public Health Social Services has said to us, we have a crisis going on here, and we need better support, and we need better laws that would require everybody who works with our Manamco and our elders with disabilities to be better protected. And so early on, we started meeting, and there were 12 actual agencies. I want to read them out because they came every Friday and met with us as Guam Fire, Catholic Social Services, Department of Mental Health Social, Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse, DISIT, Gumamami, Guam Legal, Guam Coalition, GMH, St. Joseph Transport, the Attorney General, the Office of the Public Guardian, and Marcy was really very instrumental in focusing us in the right way, and GURA. And then, of course, the Adult Protective Services, Art, Jocelyn, Frank, Claire, and Evelyn. And they were just saying this is really bad. You know, we have 159,000 people on our island, and we have 11,000 of us are 65 and older. And as you know, we're living a lot longer now, right? And as we're living longer, I think we're challenged with how do we take care of our people who are older. You took care of your mom, so you knew what that was like. You knew how you had to find resources and ask for help when you needed that help. And I think that today there are a lot of families who don't know how to ask for that help. So we have seniors being abused in the hundreds now. And
I'm surprised by the numbers this year alone so far. What, 200?
Yes,
is that what it is?
yes. Yeah. And so for the past 3 years, it's been over 200, near 300. And so far this year, the abuse has been in financial, material abuse, and Marcy, the Office of Public Guardian, helps us understand that what happens is that the children have access or authority over, for example, the bank accounts, and they deplete the bank accounts, and they use all the money, and there's nothing left to pay for the rent, the mortgage, the power, the food. Medicine, oh yes, thank you, medicine, the doctors, and so the grandparents are left. And so somebody calls Adult Protective Services and says, we need help here. And so early on when Senator Elizabeth Arriola introduced this, it was a place where you could just call, and I guess she saw that it was coming, that this type of treatment was coming. And so it was really open, and it was really, this is a place you can call for help. But now we're in 2012, and what Marcy and Art and everyone is saying is it can no longer be a choice issue. It has to be, if you see it, you got to report it. And so, for example, a change in this bill is as a first responder, if you're a firefighter and you went to a house to respond, and you see, something's really wrong, like everything's upside down, or you could tell that the grandparent is not being treated well, this bill says you have to call it in. And it has to be investigated. Or if you work in a bank.
It's similar again to in the opposite end. It's as opposed to for the child now in the senior citizens now, right?
The cycle has gone on, and in fact, every Friday, Phil Tardinko for the Attorney General worked with us. And that's exactly what he kept saying. He kept saying, you know, you understand what we're doing here, right? We're taking, you know, everything we do for children, and now we're applying it to our seniors. And he was really concerned with that whole shift. This is happening on our island. This is us,
Sure, yeah.
right? And it is. And so everybody at the table, particularly Catholic Social Services, oh my gosh, Jess Cadahay, was just like, this is a very serious issue. And they're a nonprofit, and they get a lot of our grants. They apply for programs, and they get that kind of funding. But he's really concerned. And so we did a lot of conversation about what is the need, and there's a lot of need. They don't have a place to live. Our seniors. They don't have transportation to get to the doctors. They don't have money for their medicine. And then it's just getting out. How do they get to the bank? How do they get to the stores? How do they go to the beach, right? And so really serious issues that I think a long time ago, maybe we thought Guam wouldn't we wouldn't have these concerns, but we do.
Well, we have arrived.
We have arrived. And so 511 purports to address these. And you got to report it. It has to be investigated. You've got 24 hours to determine if there's a crime going on, and then we need to take care of it.
Okay. We've got to take a quick break. It's 632-8255 or 632-TALK. We want to talk about Bill 511-31. We'll be right back.